Hi class, this is Rich Wadowiak, and my presentation is going to be on bulimia nervosa. Okay, next slide. What is bulimia nervosa? Bulimia nervosa can be defined as a serious eating disorder that can affect your health in a negative way, even causing death. Individuals with this disorder binge eat binge eat where it's out of control and then purge the extra food or calories in unhealthy ways. Um, Regarding bulimia nervosa, only a minority report who have the disorder have a severe impairment, where it could affect their social life domain, as far as the disorder goes. And the disorder also usually starts in adolescence and or young adulthood, and it's far more common in females than it is with males. Um, and with males, it's they're very unrepresented regarding treatment because the sample size isn't too great, so it's hard to tell um, how they would improve or kind of like the history of how they would get better. That information's not really available because of the sample size. So yeah, more research needs to go into that. Um, the disorder is usually the rate in industrialized nations is roughly the same. Meaning in the US, Canada, like Australia, Japan, pretty much all like Western industrialized countries, the rate for it is pretty even as far as it happening and being diagnosed in a population. And yeah, next slide is the diagnostic criteria of bulimia nervosa. Consuming food in a periodic period of time within a 2-hour span with a significantly larger amount than what a regular person would eat in a similar situation. The second part, having very little control on how much one eats in a given occurrence or episode. The other criteria is recurring behaviors to stop weight gain, such as self-induced vomiting, laxatives, working out excessively, or fasting. Binge eating and unhealthy behaviors to get rid of the weight once a week for 3 months. So that's usually the timetable for the diagnosis to be relevant, is for it to be once a week for 3 months at a minimum. A self-image that is overly obsessed with weight and how the body looks is another criteria. And episodes don't occur in the same time period as anorexia nervosa, which is one of the the differences between the two disorders. So that's how you tell it doesn't occur at the same time with that, with anorexia. Specify current severity. A mild case is a median of about 1 to 3 occurrences of inappropriate compensatory actions per week. Moderate cases are 4 to 7 occurrences per week. Severe cases 8 to 13. Inappropriate actions per week, and extreme cases about averaging 14 or more occurrences in a week. With bulimia, the subtypes are purging. The person takes actions such as vomiting, taking laxatives, diuretics, or enemas to make up for the binge eating in order to lose weight. Non-purging, the person only uses fasting or physical exercise to get rid of the extra weight or calories, and the physical exercise is usually excessive. Next slide. Differential diagnosis. Anorexia nervosa, an individual binge eats and purges food, but is significantly underweight. But with bulimia, they stay the same weight, where they're not significantly underweight. Binge eating disorder, there are no behaviors such as fasting, purging, or to make up for the binge eating. So they just pretty much eat to eat, and bulimia, they tend to purge after the eating, and normal overindulgence. There are no clinical signs of impairment or serious issues or stress, where in bulimia there are clinical signs for it. And yeah, that concludes my presentation for bulimia nervosa. Thank you.